Hey guys, this is Ryan and Andre, the news across all arenas mini pod, where we basically just break down all the sports news.
We've done it in our pods if you've listened to our earlier pods, but we wanted to break it up into a mini pod. That way our regular pods aren't like an hour long. So,
All right, so let's go right into it. We talked about this last week where we thought that Tom Brady was trying to poach Matthew Stafford, but to the Raiders, but he's staying. He's staying in
hey,
LA. So they worked
dang.
out his contract, and so he's gonna be staying for what, like a 1 or 2 more years.
It's like a year or two, something like
Yeah.
that. But
So
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, Cooper Cup is like, they're looking for a trade for Cooper Cup. So, I mean, whether that changes or not because of this deal, I've heard that it doesn't. But I mean, if the Rams keep most of their players, I mean, Puka Nacua is
I
a hell of a
almost feel
wide
like
receiver.
I almost feel like you should just keep him. Maybe you can pay him less now because he's getting a little bit older. But why break that team up? They were just in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs with the last few years, so it doesn't seem like they need to break the team up and get rid of Stafford or anything like that. If anything, they need to get more pieces to fill their needs. So uh, and then we talked about this last week, and I asked you, was this going to be imminent? And you said, yeah, pretty much. So what I'm
Yeah.
talking about is Deebo Samuel from the uh, former team of his, the 49ers, is traded to the Washington Commanders. So you were right, man. So bye bye
I
to
mean,
Deebo.
it was just a matter of time. I mean, Debo's a good player when he's healthy. It's like Anthony Davis. He's a good player when he's healthy. When he's not healthy, he's still kind of effective, but not really. But yeah, and the Niners get a fifth round pick. The part that pissed me off was we were supposed to get Jonathan Allen out of that deal, and they didn't because it was like there's like financial hurdles. And I told you this today. If the Bears get Jonathan Allen, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm
Well,
gonna be so pissed because that should have been that Jonathan Allen should have been a 49er. But yeah, I mean, it's all love was said with Deebo Samuel. I think it was time for him to move on.
got it.
We have Ayuk, we just got Pearsall, so
It seems like you guys probably need one more guy if anything, but we'll see what happens there. Speaking of the Bears, as of recording of this mini pod, we just traded our 6th round pick for offensive lineman Jonah Jackson. And I was listening to the Chicago Bears pods all day and trying to see if this was good or bad of a deal. So we basically the the trade that we did with Justin Fields, this is this pick, which is a 6th round pick.
got you.
So basically we traded Justin Fields to get an O lineman, which is basically what we need.
Right.
And it's interesting about this guy. He was drafted. Jonah Jackson was drafted by the Detroit Lions in 2020. He was in the 3rd round, the 75th pick. So it's definitely a good move because Ben Johnson knows his game. I think we can benefit, and you're not really giving too much away. I know he is a little bit costly. He's like I think they have to pay him 17 million, but the rest of his um salary is coming from the Rams, which that the team where he recently just came from. And last year he didn't really have a good year, but that's because due to injury. So we'll see what happens when he is healthy. He might, be a good starter. He might be good in the bench if depending on who else they get. So this is a good step in rebuilding the O line to protect Caleb Williams so that we can get him to develop, run the plays, run the get the running play going, So it's interesting to see what happens in the next coming weeks, because free agency is about to hit. So who are we going to sign in free agency to fix the O line? Who are we going to draft in the O line? So it's interesting to see what's going to happen. Next up, this is kind of interesting. The Vikings decided not to franchise tag Sam Darnold, but they are looking to deal with him to keep him around. And so, in my opinion, I think he's pretty much gone. And
He's gone. He's gone.
I think he's really I think the Raiders are trying to get him because there has been rumors that he was coming to Vegas to, um, look for homes. So that's another story
Wow,
to
we get to see Sam Darnold.
yes. I mean, hey, it's better than who we have now, right? Who's here?
Listen,
So
I told you, I said this last week in our pod. Anybody better than Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, or
yeah.
Desmond Ritter is
So
an upgrade.
in all honesty, it's an upgrade. You know,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
is.
no,
It's
for sure.
truly an upgrade. And then today, the Eagles reward Saquon Barkley with a 2-year extension, 41.2 million contract extension, which makes him now the highest paid RB in the league, and I think in history, as a
I
running
think so,
back.
yeah. I mean, if it's
So
the highest paid running back now, it's
yeah,
probably history.
it's in history. And womp womp, T. Higgins gets franchise tag for the second straight year with the
Bro, they should just
Bengals.
trade him, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if you go
Well, what
franchise tag the guy, like, just trade him.
I've heard that the Bengals, they just don't want to fucking pay nobody. Like,
Apparently
I mean,
not.
that's what Joe Burrow's saying. So
Yeah. I mean, Joe Burrow saying they don't want Joe Burrow saying pay our top guys and I will stay with the team, basically. And they're not doing what he's saying. And that's their star quarterback. Like, come on, them.
exactly. In NBA news, Kyrie Irving suffered a
Womp womp.
season-ending torn ACL injury.
God.
And this just, man, is this karma or what? Like, it sucks for Kyrie, but is this karma for our bonehead guy of last week and our bonehead guy this week again
God,
for the Luka
dude.
trade? It's just not working out. They said that they were one guy away in making a
Another two
playoff run.
guys.
Now we're 2 guys away, and which are the 2 guys that are the stars of that
Oh,
team.
oh,
And
God.
honestly, they're 3 guys away because they got rid of Luka.
Oh, God.
So,
There,
that's insane. It's
the
crazy.
the Mavericks were where the Lakers at. The Mavericks were the Lakers at right now in like the beginning of the season, and the Lakers were the Mavericks are at in the beginning of the season. Now the Lakers
The
are
L
where the Mavericks
Hey,
are at.
man, the Lakers are they're
They're
looking
second in the
they're
West.
looking good. I mean,
The last time you looked at the standings, the
they
Lakers
were
were what,
4th.
6th? They were
Well, so
4th,
no, you're right. They were 6th or they
and
were
now they're
5th.
second.
They were 5th. They got to 4th. They were 3rd, and it's just
And now as of March 4th, they're second.
that's crazy.
Crazy.
It
I mean, the Luka effect is unreal.
Yeah, you're
But I
right.
mean, yeah, I mean, it sucks for Kyrie, like you said, but man, this is karma, man. This has to be
Yeah.
karma.
No, 100% it's karma. I'm happy where the Lakers are because I have them in
The
a
14 to
my
1
14 to
ticket.
1. Actually, my cousin's the one because he also wanted a ticket too. He got it at 12 to 1.
Okay,
So
so
I
it's
got it at
not too
14. He
bad.
got 12
Yeah.
to 1. And man, I'm telling you, like if the Lakers keep doing what they're doing and winning games, I mean, they won back-to-back games, and then they had back-to-back games, and then like a few days later, they play the same team over again at home against the Clippers, which really is not like it's not a road game for the Clippers, or I mean, it's just it's kind of like a wash, but you would think that back they're like going back and playing the same team again, you would beat them. But no, dude, they just Lakers are rolling, and honestly, I'd be afraid to play like in the West. I know Thunder's, they're 11 games up in the Western Conference, but I wouldn't want to play LeBron James. I wouldn't want to play Luca in the playoffs, man. Like they look deadly. And then the young pieces, Austin Reeves, White Mamba 2.0. I mean, man, they're looking dangerous. So the NBA, the Western Conference better be careful with the Lakers because whoever's going to play them in the playoffs, I don't think I
It's
want
gonna
to.
be
You
tough.
can kind of see the fire in LeBron's eyes too, and Luca. The fact that he's on a good team, um, the ceiling is very high for them. Um,
As a Lakers fan, I'm very happy. That's all I have to say.
for sure. Well, that's all for the news across